Alright, how's it going everybody? Today we're back playing Slay the Princess. Now, I was gonna play a different game today, but I couldn't get this game out of my head. We are apparently one ending away from the end of the game. So, I think I'm just gonna play it again today.
In the woods.
See where we
At the end
go.
of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin,
I'll skip over
is a princess.
parts that you guys have seen already. So, see you guys in a second.
You're here.
Welcome back.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not sure if I want to take the blade or I don't want to take the blade. Gonna do a save right here. I think I won't take the blade. See what happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing.
This is a
It's the
soft
kind of voice
voice.
you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's say I'm here to
How many
save you.
times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
See if anything's different.
I am begging you to
Ah,
stay focused.
I don't
I'm
know.
not riding on you here.
We'll keep you guys here for now, I guess.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on. Let's talk a bit.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she
We
responds.
talked to her last time.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Was Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Oh.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I will not. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
What?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
How is that hardly relevant?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
She has
She
to,
has to eat, right?
right? What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Why don't you just say it? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here, but don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what's going on here.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I unfortunately do not have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Mayhaps.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around up there. And if not, maybe I could at least find something to break you free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Once
You
we
hear
get
the
in.
click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Up. Back to the bottom.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They did. Oh, don't freak out.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Off we go. Getting the
Fine.
princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
It is kind of crazy.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Off we go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warner is once again blocked off. There's only one option for us. Only one option. There's no way. Well, I mean, we've already corrupted ourselves last run, right? We've already corrupted ourselves. It's like, it's forcing us to do this. There's like, I guess once we've chosen a path already, we can't go back down it. I'm sorry, princess. I'm sorry. There's no other way.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Oh, thanks, hero. Wow. What a hero you are.
Down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
Oh. But this is the soft princess. This is the... Hey, ow!
Animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Yo, she's an animal. She's a beast. Holy moly.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat.
Oh, wow.
Her teeth somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive.
She's like a feral animal.
She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
You said that last time, buddy.
It can't just end like this, right?
It has to.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
You're on a
Chapter
path
2.
in the woods.
A different one.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Sorry, narrator. Your version 2, buddy.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
No, we gotta prod this.
Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Yeah. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options. I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Yeah.
Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end
Wait, she
to
was locked in the
everyone
basement?
and everything, just
Very
like I
true.
told you she would? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions.
Yes.
What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Well, let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she able to rip me apart with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the
Oh,
cabin.
okay, just ignore what happened. This crazy animal jumped to me. Who even locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement.
Oh, people.
And I told you
Oh,
what this place
of course,
is.
people.
It's a path in the woods. Don't
What is a person?
complicate
Am I a person?
things.
Because I'm kind of like a little bird guy. I don't know what I am. Am I a people? If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but
Oh, I'm
it's
special. Of
because
course.
you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Nobody else wants to
Good
die.
point. That really explains almost everything.
Sure does.
I'm not so sure about that. You know, you're right, but it explains almost everything. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Off we go. To the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Off we go.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This is definitely a witch's hut.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll take a little save here, like I said. And this whole cabin was
Very
different than last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Well. Aye,
Blade.
man, I forgot the
Leaving it
blade.
behind didn't work out so well for us last
Oh,
time.
what a shame.
It'll
I forgot
always be
it.
here
I
if we
forgot
need
it.
Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah. Hi, Mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
You bit us last time. I'm
But
not
you
nasty.
are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Hey.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Probably just wants to hear himself talk. Let's be real.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps.
Oh, she's like an
entering the
actual
dark
animal
room
now.
below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Did you figure that one out?
Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
A little sarcastic opportunist.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Opportunist, you're a bit strange, buddy.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Why chat her up? That's
Don't
so weird.
talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Nah, you ripped it out last time, buddy. Look, I'm sorry about last
Smart.
time.
Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you
Yeah, we
didn't
should
come into
team
my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Yippee!
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Well, we offered it up, so. Give me one more second, sorry. Allergies. Okay, I'm back. I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
Okay, what are we gonna do?
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Okay, why are you down here then?
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Such a silly little guy, opportunist.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
No. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are
To get
face
out
to
of here.
face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
Please don't kill us.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
That's valid. That's valid.
Oh,
He's kinda
no,
cute.
we can't have that.
He's kinda
If
cute.
anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Yeah, we're working together
And
here.
if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out. But if you help her out of here,
You're being
you're going to
ignored,
regret
by the
it.
way. Let's do a save, see what happens. If we go first.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching.
We did break her
every
trust
single
last
thing
time.
You do.
Yes, ma'am.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Hey, face your fears, opportunist.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Yeah.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
Hey, she's the princess. Trust her.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Of course not.
Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
I think we know why. We all know why.
You feel
Right?
something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a
Did
hold
you
of
just kill
yourself.
both of us?
She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
Thanks, princess. We're
You know
almost
what?
out of there.
I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Real.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done.
Why would you have done that, huh?
Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
Real.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Hey, you get yours. I got mine. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. We could have gotten out of here. We just trusted each other. Just saying.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
Fair is fair.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why
So,
I wanted her
I
to go
suppose so.
first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
That's messed up, brother. That's messed up.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
True.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Fortunate.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity,
It's sad,
silence
Princess.
falling
It's
between you
sad.
for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
I doubt you will. I doubt you will. The sounds are already coming in.
Is that really what's going to happen?
It's so cold.
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Yes. You always do. Poor princess. Poor princess. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Don't worry about it, good sir. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh my. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
people out there beyond the construct, the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I want to ask this question. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? But I think the answer is he's just gonna be falling apart anyway. So you might as well ask the questions, right? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Stressful. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't they just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
You know that things won't be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Oh no, there's only 2 more questions. Is there a difference between leaving this place and staying here?
There is. It's the difference between being stranded on a desert island and being stranded on a desert island with a leopard that can't die. Either option is great, especially when there's a third option where you get rid of the island and give everyone a chance to finally be happy.
I mean, I didn't like the narrator, but I don't want to see him die. It's kind of over. I think you're out of time. No. Yes.
So I am, and so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and necessant God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
You know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I am the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Suppose so.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
That sounds about right.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's talk this through, right? We still have so many questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves.
Oh, this is from her perspective.
But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Time we could have been better.
And there is always time.
Oh my, what is happening?
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacies reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it.
No!
Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
The Minichi was a mistake. I fought against you.
You knew what I was then, just as you know what I am now.
It's like a boss fight? What is happening?
To deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
Surely be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. Your liver takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Doing a boss fight. So cool. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
You for sharing yourself with me. Hard thing to do.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
really understand her perspective. I don't know what's happening. Are we letting her free? So she's deaf? She's just what people want her to be, right? She can be essentially anything. Are we letting her out into what world? Our world? The world of the game? Like, she has done everything to make us understand her perspective, but she keeps dismissing our perspective. Right?
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
It's not truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
No, let's go, hero! What the heck? What a sudden appearance. Come on, man. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
No way. Bro, made it back. What the heck? Actually,
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
oh my.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Wait. I guess I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh, it's abstract as heck. What's happening? Nah, this is
Here we
crazy.
are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I think we're okay. I mean, I guess you can, for
Yeah.
old time's sake.
Of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
Nah, he never did.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Oops.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
I see. Yeah. This is crazy. I don't know. I mean, did we start by taking the blade? I guess we did. Might as well show some change, huh?
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yup.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Definitely shouldn't.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail.
Yeah.
I wonder what else
See
would
that?
be different.
Come on, man.
Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Of course. I don't want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same as you are out there?
No.
I feel like I'm myself again.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I've always wanted to just leave with you. I just didn't like being on a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are. Just you and me.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Suppose so. Are you gonna be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm
Poor
not sure
hero.
I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Thank you, hero. You're such a hero. Truly. You lead, and the princess follows. And together, you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see a tension seize her. She's unsure of herself, for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore. She knows this, and yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's gonna be like out there.
True?
Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen.
Anything really good.
And if it's bad,
Sure hope
then
it's good.
it won't be bad. Not with you.
That's cute. Whoa, whoa. Are you ready?
Of course I am. Are you?
Suppose so. What a game. Look at these credits. No, I didn't get to see everything. I missed the... What an interesting game. Aww. They got a little snake called Wednesday. Spoon is the cat. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. And if you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Oh. This is the song that I made, right? So we went The Princess, World Ender, Moment of Clarity, Shifting Mound Movement 1, Oblivion. How interesting. Well, that was Slay the Princess, everybody. If you like this game, I think you should definitely check it out for yourself. See what paths you can make. I'll definitely, if you guys want to see me play it some more, let me know down in the comments. If not, I'll probably play this on my own. See what other enemies I could find, if possible. This is definitely a really fun and interesting game to play. Really enjoyed it. So, yeah. You should definitely check this game out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you in the next video.